During the Galactic Empire's reign, Imperial governors and Moffs overseeing the worlds of the Outer Rim were given near absolute freedom to do as they pleased with the populations they ruled over, as long as they met their production quotas the Imperial war machine demanded. This included being able to brutalize and enslave the Outer Rim planet's population if needed, but there was one Imperial officer who took it so far that even the Imperial High Command on Coruscant had to take notice and do something about it. The officer in question was Ozzik Stern, who was regarded among his peers as one of the most demented and evil people to ever be a part of the Empire. Being born to a wealthy family of big game hunters, Ozzik, like many in his position, was able to rise through the ranks of the Galactic Empire following its formation and gain himself a comfy position within its hierarchy. During his early career, Ozzik was deployed to various planets which allowed him to practice his passion of hunting, as he tended to hunt the native wildlife of the worlds he was stationed on during his free time. However, as time went by, Ozzik got bored with hunting simple animals and craved more for his hunger to kill. It was when he was ruling over the planet Malastare that he decided to do the unthinkable: hunt living, sentient beings. Taking groups of imprisoned Malastarians, Ozzik let them loose into his private hunting reserve and went to hunt them all down as if they were wild beasts. Following the hunt, Ozzik was known to decorate his residence with the mounted heads of his kills and wearing his victim's skin or fur over his uniform in public, as a proud display of his power. Once word got out of what he was doing, the entire population of Malastare was ignited with the fire of revolt, staging a rebellion against the Imperial presence on their planet and nearly overthrowing the Empire entirely off their world. When news got back to Imperial High Command over what Ozzik had done, nearly everyone was sickened over his actions and became suspicious of his sanity as well as his loyalty. While the Empire was known to turn a blind eye and even at times encourage cruelty towards disobedient worlds in the Outer Rim, it was often justified as a need to achieve the goal of peace or to increase production from those planets. But what Ozzik had done was needlessly cruel, something that power-drunk crime lords would do to feed their sadism. And the fact that his actions resulted in a near-successful result had some question if what he had done was on purpose, to undermine the Empire's presence on Malastare, as it was known that he was upset of being put in charge of such an insignificant world. Despite universal condemnation of Ozzik over his actions, he was not removed from power, but was simply transferred, as his family name allowed him to escape punishment and to have his crimes be covered up. He was moved to Kashyyyk to oversee the movement of Wookiee slaves to work on Imperial projects. Because Kashyyyk at the time was under complete Imperial control, and Wookiees in general were not seen by many in the galaxy as full sentient beings, Ozzik was able to satisfy his desire in hunting them without fear of being exposed for the monster that he was. But like most addictions, Ozzik's need to hunt more powerful and impressive beings only increased, which resulted in him foolishly wishing to hunt a Jedi. And a Jedi did eventually come by the name of Galen Merrick. Even when behind the controls of a modified Imperial walker meant for hunting, Ozzik was no match to the powerful Jedi before him, who put the sadistic officer into the grave and freed the Wookiees under the rule of his cruelty forever.